Hello students, can you listen me? Yes, good morning Mohammad Zubaria. Good morning. So can you all listen me?
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir.
Yes, beta, good morning. Good morning Shravya. Good morning everyone. Good morning. देखना एक बार नाम क्या है? हटाना वहां से माउस वो. Yes, good morning Navya. I hope you all are doing well. We will start our class at 11:15. But before that, if you are having any doubt regarding previous class, we can discuss that. Or if you are having any concern apart from chemistry also, then you can also share with me. So any doubt from previous class? क्या हाल है सर? बोतल कहाँ छोड़ दी? मैं सर को क्या हो गया? नहीं मैं कर देता हूँ. Hello. Yes, it was mute. That is why voice was not coming to you. But now I think you can listen me. Yes, okay. See, Shravya, we are not, we cannot cover that topic right now, that variation of valency in a group. Okay. To understand that, you need some definite knowledge. So till now we are not at that stage. So we will not be discussing that variation. Good morning, beta. Shanvi. Good morning, Mansa. Good morning, Niharika. Good morning, beta. Hi, Srihari. Hello. Let's wait for a few minutes, and I think I am expecting more of you to join the meeting. So any doubt from the previous class, you can ask. See, I am requesting to all of you to look at periodic table and try to figure out where is copper, where is lead, where is carbon, where is nitrogen. Okay, so the position of all the elements, try to locate them. Today is my birthday. Oh, wow, Srihari, happy birthday to you. Celebrate and try to make this birthday as some accomplishment year, right? Vani, yes, good morning, Vani. Good morning, Chatur Teja. Good morning, Ravindra. Good morning, Vandi Arun. Good morning. Good morning, Shruti. Good morning, Vansa. So any doubt from the previous class? Any doubt you are having regarding molecule, atoms, ions, and how to write ionic molecular formula or the formula unit of ionic compound? Any doubt? No doubt, Niharika. Good morning, army boy. So you guys can, yes, good morning, Tanusri. So you guys can differentiate between atom and molecule, right? And compound and elements, right? There is no doubt in compounds and elements as well as atom and molecule. You guys are even able to calculate proton, neutron, and electron present in a element ion, right? So these were some basic things. So just tell me that if you want to calculate the weight of a bucket or some basket which is carrying 7 apples, 7 oranges, and 7 mangoes, or you can take 666. How will you calculate the weight of this bucket? And given that bucket has no mass, bucket has very negligible mass, how will you calculate the weight of this bucket, which is carrying 7 mangoes, 7 oranges, 6 mangoes, 6 oranges, and 6 apples? Will you be able to calculate weight of this bucket? How will you calculate? Will you find any difficulty to calculate the weight of this bucket? What will you do? Simply you are going to add the weight of the mangoes plus weight of the oranges plus weight of the apples. So that's very simple. Let's say each mango is having X weight. Each mango is having X weight. Orange is having Y weight. Similarly, apple is having Z weight. So the answer of this will be 6 into X plus 6 into Y plus 6 into Z, right? This will be weight of the bucket, right? Very simple. I think it is, you will not find any difficulty. But if we take a bucket like this, in which there are 6 watermelons, 6 muskmelons, and there are 6 grapes, what will you do? Yes, right. In this case, what will you do to make this calculation easy? What will you do? Are you going to calculate the weight of grapes? As we all know that weight of grape will be negligible in comparison to watermelon and muskmelons. So in this case, let's say each watermelon carries A and it carries B weight, then you can simply say the weight of bucket will be 6 of A plus 6 of B. You can ignore the weight of grapes easily because its weight will be negligible in comparison to weight of grapes. So what I want to convey is that any atom is made up of 2 parts. One is nucleus and other one is extranuclear, right? So any atom is having nuclear and extranuclear part, right? We have seen that nuclear is made up of proton and neutrons, and extranuclear part is made up of electron. We have, yes, electrons, very nice. So in the previous classes we have seen that the weight of electrons is negligible as compared to weight of proton or neutron. Did you remember that? Did you remember that? I have also told you that if you take, yes, great. If you take 1,000 of electrons, even more than 1,000 of electron, then its weight will be equal to 1 neutron or 1 proton. So weight of electron is negligible as compared to weight of proton and neutron. So you can see, you can consider any atom as the bucket which contains protons, neutrons, and electrons. But while calculating the weight of atom, we generally ignore the weight of electrons. It is because the weight of electrons is very less. Okay, and we also know that weight of proton and weight of neutron is almost similar. Is that okay? So someone wants to calculate weight of one atom. Let's say someone wants to calculate weight of one atom. So it will be simply weight of all the proton of one proton into total proton एक प्रोटॉन का वेट इंटू नंबर ऑफ प्रोटॉन्स प्लस वेट ऑफ वन न्यूट्रॉन into number of neutron, as well as we need to write weight of one electron into number of electrons. Okay, as well as we need to add weight of electron into number of electrons, but as we have seen that weight of electron is very negligible, so we can ignore that. I didn't get your question, Akhilesh. You are saying in atom proton is more or less. I didn't get. In comparison to what? You are comparing proton to what? But I am not able to get your question. In atom proton is more or less. I am not getting it. Nuclear charge, I have already told you, it carries equal charge as similar to electron. Okay, it carries charge positive, it is positively charged and it carries equal charge that is present on electron. So weight of one atom can be calculated as this, but in real life, if you see in real life, atom is very small. Okay, atom is very small and it is not practically possible to calculate weight of one atom. It is not practically possible to calculate weight of one atom. So what we have done to make things simple, we tried to calculate mass of chemical species in terms of relative mass. Basically it is relative mass, and to calculate the relative mass, earlier we have taken hydrogen as our reference. So anything which is heavier than hydrogen, let's say it is heavier than hydrogen by 3 times, so its relative atomic mass will become 3. If it is heavier than hydrogen 7 times, so its relative atomic mass will become 7. So earlier we have taken hydrogen as our reference, but in recent times, since 1960s or something, now our reference is carbon. Just wait for a few minutes, you will get that answer beta. Okay, just wait for a few minutes. So recently we are using carbon as our reference. We are comparing mass of other atoms with respect to carbon. Is it okay? So carbon, right now, if we want to calculate mass of any atom, we are comparing it with respect to carbon. So we have done a study, we have done research on carbon, and with respect to that carbon atom, we are going to calculate atomic mass or relative atomic mass of other atoms as well. So is that okay? Is that okay? So you do not need to write all this. This is very simple. This is not even very important. You all know that atom is made up of proton and neutron as well as electron, but mass of electron is very less. I have already made a table into your notes, right? So what is relative atomic mass? So to calculate the relative atomic mass, or we can say atomic mass, I will write the definition, but first understand what we have done. We have taken atom of carbon 12 isotope. We have already studied isotope and we have given it 12 unit. We said the mass of carbon 12 atom is 12 unit. Okay. We have said the mass of carbon 12 isotope, atom of carbon 12 isotope carries 12 unit. Now what is 1 unit? 1 unit will become 1/12 of 1/12 weight of carbon 12 isotope. Of atom of 1/12 weight of carbon 12 isotope atom लिख दीजिए आप. So we have fixed some value for 1 unit and we termed it as atomic mass unit. It is known as atomic mass unit. Someone asks, what is atomic mass unit? You need to give this definition. Its value is nothing but 1.67 into 10 raised to minus 24 grams. You need to remember this. Okay, 1.67 into 10 raised to minus 24 gram. Beta, where are you getting these doubts? मेरे को नाम बताना है इसका, एक बार देना ना. जस्ट नाम दिखाना ऊपर कीजिए आप इसको. नहीं और कीजिए ऊपर, आप ऐसे हटाइए. नहीं, नाम क्यों नहीं आ रहा पूरा? बेटा, इज इट योर फर्स्ट क्लास? इज इट योर फर्स्ट क्लास? अखिलेश, आई थिंक अखिलेश नाम है. अखिलेश, इज इट योर फर्स्ट क्लास? नीचे आइए. No, so I have already explained, beta, what is isomer, what is isotope. Haven't you revised the note? एक बार इसका वीडियो ऑन कीजिएगा. अखिलेश बेटा, can you open your video? Can you open your video, beta? Akhilesh? Yes. So haven't you revised the note? Yes, हाँ, voice भी कर दीजिए.
Sir.
Yes, you have gone through the notes.
Yes, sir. I was absent on that day. How studied about isotopes and isotopes. I did not study about isomers.
So go and revise it. Isotopes and isomers are two different things, beta. Okay, if they would have been same, then isomer is different and isotope is different. For now, we are not at the stage to understand what are isomers. In simple words, we can say isomers are the compounds in which molecular formula is same, but their structures might be different. So for now, we can say this, but we are going to study, we are having, in fact, a separate chapter known as isomerism in organic chemistry.
Okay, sir.
So we will be studying in deep, but isomers are different. Okay, they might be having same formula but different structure. So that is known as isomer. Okay, but isotopes we have already studied that they are the atoms of same element. Isotopes are nothing but atoms of same element but having different mass.
Okay, sir.
Okay, beta. So go through notes. But I do not worry about it. We will be discussing it in atomic structure. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. एक बार आप कर दो सबको unmute. Sorry, मतलब mute कर दीजिए सबको. ठीक है. Okay. So this is 1 unit. Focus here, beta. Focus here. Okay. If you are having any doubt, you can write. If that will be relevant, then I will discuss it. So atom, we have taken this as reference. Carbon 12 atom. We have taken it as reference, and as it contains 12 units, we have said 1 unit is nothing but 1/12 weight of carbon 12 isotope. So it is nothing but just 1/12 weight of carbon 12 isotopes, and we wanted to calculate, then we get this value. We have got this value 1.67 into 10 raised to minus 24 grams, or we can say 1.67 into 10 raised to minus 27 kgs. Both are similar, both are same. Okay, so atomic mass unit, AMU. Note, you can write this note. Atomic mass unit, that is AMU, small. Yeah, this is AMU. It is represented like this. Can also be written as unified mass, and represented as small u, right? So someone has written U or AMU, both are same thing. So this is what atomic mass unit. You can write here topic atomic mass unit, or you can write it simply. So now we are knowing the mass of carbon 12 atom. What will be the mass of carbon 12 atom? If you know, if this is given to you, what is the mass of one carbon 12 atom? Any one of you? Not the exact value, just tell me in AMU. In AMU, what will the mass of carbon 12 atom? What will the mass of carbon 12 atom? What will be the mass of carbon 12 atom? Any one of you? In terms of AMU, no, 22x, no beta. See, 13 AMU, no, you are close, but not the correct answer. See, carbon 12 isotopes is equal to 12 unit. Yeah, that is right. Shravya, that is absolutely right. Yes, 12U, great. Now I am getting some good answers. 12. But it is 12 unit. 1 unit is equal to this thing. So you put the value of 1 unit here, you will get the answer of carbon 12 isotope. So if you want to calculate exact value of carbon 12 atom, so it will be nothing but 12 AMU. Very nice. So let me write one more sentence. Mass of atoms and molecules is expressed in terms of AMU. In terms of AMU. AMU or U. Why is it so? Because this writing this much value will not serve our purpose. It will just complicate the thing or will require more space. So we have given it or expressed it in terms of AMU. So mass of one carbon 12 atom will be equal to 12 AMU. Very nice. Okay. So you can write mass of one carbon 12 atom is nothing but 12 AMU. I think all of you have got it. No, both are not same beta. Someone has written 12 U is equal to 12 gram. Bilkul bhi nahi. How can you write this 12 gram? How can they can be same? U is nothing but 1.67 into 10 raised to minus 24 gram. So do you think both values are same? Do you think these both values are same? Kadari, Rahul? Okay, so these are different. U is very small unit. U is very small unit. Okay, so it is generally used only in chemistry. So atomic mass is nothing but we are trying to calculate relative mass with respect to carbon 12. So let me define it. So have you written all this? Have you written have you written this? Write it and we will move further. Write it. Shall I explain once again? Okay. See, we want to calculate the mass of atoms. We want to calculate the mass of atoms, but that was not practically possible because atoms. First thing is that they do not exist freely. They do not have independent existence. Other thing is that they are very small. How will you calculate? You have to catch them, then calculate. We do not have such instrument. We do not have such instruments to calculate the mass of atoms. So what we have done, we tried to calculate relative atomic mass. And to calculate the relative atomic mass, what we did, we decided to keep hydrogen as our reference. But after some days, we have taken carbon 12 isotope as our reference. So we have given, if we take carbon 12 atom, we have given it 12 unit, value of 12 unit, that it will be having 12 unit value. And we tried to calculate the value of 1 unit. So this is how we have calculated. This is the value of 1 unit, right? So mass of carbon 12 will be as 1 unit is having this much of mass, so 12 unit will be having 12 AMU, right? Is that clear? Is that clear? You need to remember this value, beta. 1 AMU is equal to 1.67 into 10 raised to minus 24. Okay, great. Right. So now we will try to express all the atoms of any element with respect to carbon only. Okay, with respect to carbon. So it is known as relative atomic mass. Relative atomic mass is nothing but mass of one atom of any element with respect to 1/12 mass of carbon 12 atom. That is why we are saying it is relative atomic mass. We are calculating mass with respect to carbon 12 atom. Okay, so the value, we know this value. Okay, so this is just a number, and do not worry, it's a very simple number. You already know about it. Just listen. So atomic mass is nothing but it is a number by which, okay, I will be providing you the notes today. Okay, so do not worry, it is a number by which an atom is heavier than 1/12 mass of carbon 12 atom. If someone is 10 times heavier than 1/12 of carbon 12 atom, then its atomic mass will be 10. If someone is 20 times heavier than 1/12 mass of carbon 12, then its mass will be 20. Okay, do not worry, we will be doing some problem, then again I will be explaining same thing, and you will able to get this concept very easily. Okay, so this is atomic mass. It is nothing but it is calculated with respect to carbon 12 atom. So the times you are heavier than this thing, that is known as relative atomic mass. Okay, and it comes as, if you see, it's a very simple value. If you see for atoms, it is nothing but it is the summation of proton and neutrons. It is nothing but summation of proton and neutrons. So if you know the value of proton and neutrons, you also know the value of atomic mass. It is nothing but summation of neutrons and protons. We have already written, na? We have already written that mass of. So how you are going to calculate the mass of one atom? Let me tell you. It will be equal to mass of all protons and neutrons. This is how we are going to calculate mass of any element, atom. Is it okay? Is it okay? How you are going to calculate the mass of one atom? How we are going to calculate mass of one atom? Consider it like a bucket. The statement I have written is okay? Okay with you? The mass of one atom is going to be mass of all protons and neutrons. Is that okay? I want some responses. Yes. Great. Now I am getting your responses. Great. Thank you so much. So mass of one atom will be nothing but, if you calculate mass of all the proton and neutrons, we already know mass of proton. Mass of one proton and neutron is what? 1.67 into 10 raised to minus 27 kg. This is what the mass of one neutron. We have already written the value of mass of one proton and neutron into total proton and neutrons. Okay, into total proton and neutrons, mass of one proton or neutron into total. This is how we are going to calculate. And this value, what is this value? We have already know. Recently we have calculated this value. This is also 1.67 into 10 raised to minus 27 kg. So calculating this, relative atomic mass is nothing but summation of protons, number of protons plus number of neutrons. Number of protons plus number of neutrons. So if you know the atomic number, sorry, mass number, then you also know relative atomic mass. As it is relative, it does not carry any unit. It is unitless because it is relative mass. Is it okay, beta? Is it okay with everyone? What is the relative atomic mass? We have calculated it with respect to carbon 12 atom. We have calculated with by keeping carbon 12 as our reference. Okay, fine. So you have got the relative atomic mass. So, sir, can you, yes, tell me, Sai Prasad, can you explain what? Beta, relative atomic mass is nothing but how many times any atom is heavier than 1/12 part of carbon 12 atom. Okay, so we are comparing with carbon 12 atom. We are comparing with 1/12 part of carbon 12 atom. Now let us derive what will be its value. So mass of any element, mass of one atom. One atom comprises of proton, neutrons, and electron. So if you want to calculate the mass of one atom, you have to add the mass of proton, mass of electron, mass of neutrons. That is how we are going to calculate the mass of one atom. So we try to calculate the mass of one atom. It will be equal to mass of all protons and neutrons divided by this thing. That will be our relative atomic mass. So mass of proton and neutrons can be calculated by this using this formula. Okay, divided by 1/12 of mass of carbon 12 atom. As we divided, these values get cancelled and our answer will be equal to number of proton and neutrons. Okay, shall we move ahead? You just go and try to calculate the mass of one atom. How will you calculate the mass of one atom? Okay, so shall we move ahead? Shall we move ahead? These are some very basic thing. You do not worry. Just try to remember what is 1 AMU. Just try to remember what is 1 AMU. Okay. Okay. Let's move ahead. There is another term that is known as gram atomic mass. Gram atomic mass. It is nothing but atomic mass expressed in terms of grams. Expressed in terms of gram. That is it. That's it. So if you know the atomic mass, just put a value of gram. So it will be its gram atomic mass. Okay. So for example, if I want to let me take some example. Let's say we are taking example of carbon. First of all, hydrogen, carbon, nitrogen. So if you want, you already know what is its atomic mass number. You already know what is its mass number. Let us calculate relative atomic mass. Let us also calculate mass of one atom. Let us also calculate gram atomic mass. Gram atomic mass. Look at the table. Look at the table. I have written mass number, relative atomic mass, mass of one atom, then gram atomic mass. So in case of hydrogen, mass number is nothing but Mass number is nothing but summation of proton and proton plus neutrons. So hydrogen do not have any neutron. Hydrogen do not have any neutron. That is why its value is 1. Right now we have calculated their relative atomic mass is nothing but summation of proton and neutron. So it will also have the value 1. Is it okay? But mass of one atom. What will be mass of one atom? I will write it again. Mass of one atom. Mass of one atom will be equal to total number of proton and neutron, total proton and neutron into mass of, you can also write total nucleons into mass of one nucleon. What do we understand by term nucleon? Nucleon is nothing but it is summation of proton and electrons. It is nothing but summation of proton and neutrons, right? So we have written it number of nucleons into mass of one nucleon. We have seen its value is 1.67 into 10 raised to minus 27 kg. And we know this value is nothing but AMU. So if you want to calculate mass of one atom, yes, great. If you want to calculate mass of one atom, you do not need to calculate, you do not need to work hard. You just calculate mass number and multiply it with AMU. This is the value of mass of one atom for hydrogen. It is nothing but 1 AMU. You see, this value is not exactly right, but for our calculation purpose, we can say it is 1 AMU, right? Gram atomic mass. If you want to calculate gram atomic mass, nothing. Simply express the value in terms of gram. So this answer will be equal to 1 gram. If someone asks the gram atomic mass of hydrogen, so its value will be equal to 1 gram. If you want to calculate carbon, we know the mass number is 12. So relative atomic mass will also become 12. Mass of one atom, 12 AMU. Similarly, gram atomic mass is nothing but 12 gram. For nitrogen, again it is very simple. 14, here also 14. It will become 14 AMU, 14 gram. So focus here. Mass of one atom. If someone wants to calculate mass of one atom, this is how we can calculate. By knowing the mass number, you can easily calculate mass of one atom. Okay? No, beta, U is not equal to gram. That's a different thing, beta. U is not equal to gram. U is what? U is this much. It's very less than gram. U is not equal to gram. These both of these things have different meaning. We will understand them. Rahul, both of these things are different meaning, right? So any doubt, I can explain it again. If someone is having any doubt. No, okay, great. Right, Bagundi. Nice. Coefficient of both, yes, coefficient are same, but a magnitude, the value is same, numerical value is same, the unit is different. If you write 12 second and 12 hour, both will be having different meaning. 12 second and 12 hour. 12 minute will also be having a different meaning. Sir, is there any formula to calculate atomic mass of any? Yes, just calculate its mass number. Just calculate its proton and neutron. Just calculate the number of proton and neutron. Just calculate the proton and neutron. So that you have to remember. This thing you have to remember, mass number. That is why from the first day onwards, I am focusing and I am telling you that try to look at the periodic table. Have you written this? Beta, do not worry about basic and all things. Things will move slowly and gradually only. You just try to understand the concept. That's it. Okay, just try to understand the concept. So shall we move ahead? Beta, shall we move ahead? So you can calculate relative atomic mass, mass of one atom. Try to consider atom as an bucket. आप एक, yes, okay, completed, great. Try to consider atom as bucket. In that bucket, there are protons, neutrons, as well as electrons. But the mass of electrons is very small as compared to mass of proton and neutron. That is why, while calculating the mass of any atom, we are ignoring the mass of electron. Okay. So this is our atomic gram atomic mass. If you also want to calculate molecular mass, similar, very similar. We are going to compare the mass of one molecule. This is the definition for molecular mass. How many times it is heavier? How many times it is heavier than 1/12 mass of carbon-12 atom? If you take a molecule of anything, if you take a molecule of water, if you take a molecule of urea, if you take a molecule of urea, water, or anything, and you compare with this thing, okay, you compare with this thing, the numerical value will give us molecular mass. So let me write the formula. Molecular mass is nothing but mass of one molecule divided by 1/12 mass of carbon-12 atom. So we are comparing with mass of carbon-12 atom. Okay. So if you want to calculate mass of one molecule, how will you calculate mass of one molecule? You can calculate mass of one molecule simply by adding mass of different atoms present in the molecule. Yes. Mass of one molecule क्या हो जाएगा बेटा? Mass of one molecule will be, simply it will be summation of mass of different atoms. And we already know the mass of different atoms, right? For example, if we want to calculate mass of CH4, we already know carbon ka mass, we know. How much is carbon ka mass? 12 AMU. How much is hydrogen ka mass? 4 into 1 U. So it will come as 16 U. This is molecule. This is molecular mass. This is mass of one molecule. Is this okay, beta? Whatever I have written here, is this okay? If you want to calculate NH3, we know for nitrogen it is 14, for hydrogen it is 1, so it will come as 17 U. Is that okay, beta? Will you be able to calculate the mass of molecules? Yes, okay, fine. So if you put here and divide by this thing, 1/12 mass, it is nothing but 1 AMU, na? This is nothing but 1 AMU. 1 AMU or 1 U. So if you divide 16 U by 1 U, it will come as 16. Nothing but it's a just summation of, again, it's a summation of proton and neutrons present in any molecule. So it will come as nothing but summation of all the protons plus neutrons present in a molecule. Or you can write summation of atomic numbers of all the atoms. Atomic number of all the atoms. all the atoms. So very simple concept. We will do many examples. We will do many examples, write it down, then we will do examples, and through that it will be clear. Write it. So if you have understood what is one atomic mass unit, then there will be no doubt. Okay, it's a very simple concept, and mass of any atom is can be calculated by simply adding the mass of nucleons, all the nucleons. Have you written it? Have you written it? Yes, sir. Have you written it? Okay. So what will be gram molecular mass? Gram molecular mass. Gram molecular mass. It is nothing but molecular mass expressed in terms of molecular mass expressed in terms of grams. In terms of gram. Okay. Molecular mass expressed in terms of gram. Very similar meaning to atomic. In atomic mass, there are only one type of atoms, but in this there will be more than one atoms, so you have to add mass of different atoms. Write it and we will move ahead. Is that okay? Sir, take an example of same element, atom and molecule. Yes, I will be taking. Molecule, right? So if someone says what is molecular mass, you can easily calculate. It's a relative atomic mass is nothing but just a number of summation of proton and neutron. So someone says water. So in that, or simple one, let's say N2. Let's say someone says N2. Okay, nitrogen. Someone says nitrogen. So in that case, it is nothing but if you calculate the mass of nitrogen and add it with another nitrogen. So the answer will be 2 into nitrogen. It says nitrogen. So nitrogen is having how much neutron and proton? That is 14. 7 plus 7. So it will come as 28. So N2 will have molecular mass 28. But if say mass of one molecule, nothing but multiply this value with mass of one nucleon, that is AMU. So answer will be 28 AMU. As I've already told you that mass of atoms and molecules is expressed in terms of AMU, right? If someone says gram molecular mass, then it is nothing but 28 gram. Someone says H2, so it is also nothing but 2 into 1, that is 2. It will be 2 AMU, and here it will be 2 grams. Someone says C2H6. Someone says C2H6. How will you calculate this? Okay, C2H6. So it is having different things. 2 carbon, 6 hydrogen. So 2 carbon has 12 nucleons. Hydrogen has only 1 nucleon. So it will come as 30. So answer will be 30 mu. Here also 30 gram. Right? So you already know oxygen, its number is 16. Sulfur, its number is 32. Mass number. Right? So if you want to take CO2, so the mass number of C is 12 plus oxygen is 16. So it will come as 44. Here answer will be 44 mu. Here it is 44 gram. Is that okay? Yes, right. Very good. So how we no? Yes, great. So calculate the mass of H2SO4, NH2CONH2. Calculate these masses. Also calculate the mass of glucose C6H12O6. Also calculate C12H22O11. Calcium, we have already written calcium is 40. Also calculate the mass of calcium carbonate. Also calculate the mass of NaOH. Do it. Na, you know it has 23 nucleons. Yes, just do it. It's a very simple exercise. Do all others also. Yes, that is correct. Here the molecular mass will be 98. It will be 98 AMU and it will be 98 gram. Yes, do other as well. Okay, great. It is 60 beta. This is 60. This is 60 mu. This is what? How much? 60 gram. Similarly, if you want to calculate this, it will come as 180 U AMU and 180 gram. This is nothing but glucose. This is sucrose or sugar. Anyone? Calcium carbonate, you have calculated it wrong, beta. It will come as 100. A good value 100 and 100 gram. Calcium carbonate 100, beta 100. Right? You can calculate it. There is nothing big deal. NaOH 40. This is 342. Right? So shall I rub it? Yes, great. Okay, fine. So see, gram atomic mass is also known as gram atoms, or यूं लिखा होगा G atoms, right? Both have same meaning. If someone says gram atoms, so they want to ask gram atomic mass. Similarly, gram molecular mass has same meaning as gram molecules. Okay, that is gram molecule. Both will have same meaning. Similarly, you can write for ions also. Similarly, you can also write for gram ions also. Is it okay? Yes, 3 coefficients will be same. That is why it is very simple. Okay, so let us move and learn a very important concept. What is 1 mole? Right? What is 1 mole? The very important concept, 1 mole. See, mole is generally used only in chemistry. Okay, see, we have already seen that atoms, molecules, these are very small. We cannot express in terms of 1, 2 or 3. It's a very huge number. If you are having this much amount of money, okay, you cannot spend in whole life. That's a very huge number. If you can travel many times, if one mole is said, then it is a very huge number. Let me tell it. It is nothing but it is amount of substance. First thing is important. It is amount of substance. Actually, it is a unit of amount of substance which contains any number of particles. These particles can be anything. But generally, these particles are used for subatomic particles or very small, tiny particles, because this Na is very huge number. What is Na? Na is nothing but Avogadro's number. And it carries value. We have calculated this value and it comes as 6.23 into 10 raised to 23. For numerical purpose, you can use 6.0 into 10 raised to 23. That's it. So if someone says, what is 1 mole? 1 mole is nothing. 1 mole is nothing but it's an amount in which this much number of particles are present. Right? It is nothing but it is amount. It is amount in which this much number of particles are present. That's a very huge value. If you want to put it in terms of kilometer, someone says Na kilometer, then not power -3 nahi beta. Particles can never be in terms of -23. It is +23 mansa. Right? It's +23 beta. Okay? Avogadro number. If someone says this much of kilometer, then you can go to moon or you can go to sun and come back again and again. It's a very huge number. If you are having this much amount of money, you spend crores in a day or in a second, then also you will not be able to finish this number of money. So it's a very huge number. So it is only used in terms of chemistry, because chemistry mein humko atoms and molecules, we need to deal in atoms and molecules. And we have already studied in our first lecture, if you remember, that any matter, if you want to study any matter, it consists of large number of particles. Okay, very large number, huge number of particles. That is why we need a different unit or different type of expression. If you say 12 particles, that's nothing. Everyone says in a day, you need to drink 5 to 6 liters. Do you mean how many particles you are taking in a day? If you are drinking 5 to 6 liters of water, can you imagine? Can you imagine how many particles you are taking every day of water only? 1 liter of water contains 55 times of this, 55 times of this. And imagine 5 liter will contain 5 into 55 into this. So that will be a very huge number. We are taking that much of particles of water. So that's a very huge number. Remember? And if you put these number of particles and calculate its weight, then it will come as mole. So let me write it again. Let me write it again. It's a very simple thing, but very useful. In chemistry, if something is given, well, that I will tell you how 55. Do not worry. 1 liter will contain 55. Just believe me. Have trust on me. I will tell you how 55 will come. Yes, 18 gram, and 1 liter consists of 1000 gram. So if you divide 1000 by 18, you will get it. Beta, just focus here. Okay. If someone says 1 mole of hydrogen atoms, what does it mean? Or helium atoms? It means 6.022 into 10 raised to 23. You can write it 22 or 23. It doesn't matter. Helium atoms. It's a very huge number. If someone says 1 mole of hydrogen molecules, it means this much number of molecules. Hydrogen molecules. If someone says 1 mole of fluoride ion, this is fluoride ion, it means 6.022 into 10 raised to 23 fluoride ions. So it basically represents a number, but it is unit of amount of substance. If you take those number of particles and you weigh it, or if you calculate its weight, then it will be known as 1 mole. Okay, 1 mole can have different values, but the particles will be same. Okay, 1 gram of hydrogen, 2 gram of hydrogen will have this much number of particles, but 4 gram of helium atom will have this number of particles. So in terms of gram, that it can have different values in terms of gram, but in terms of particle, all will have same value if same number of moles are taken. Is that okay, beta? Is that okay? Is that okay? Yes. So there are 2 formulas for now. If you want to apply how to calculate mole, for now we can use these 2 formula. How to calculate mole? It is represented by N. Okay. So N can be calculated by given weight upon molar mass. Given weight upon molar mass. Molar mass is nothing but gram atomic mass. Gram atomic mass for elements, and or gram molecular mass for compounds. Right? You can use this formula. Okay, beta? You can use the formula given weight upon molar mass. And you are expert in calculating molar mass. I think all of you know what is molar mass, right? Yes, sir. Okay, fine, great. So you write it. If it is given 100 gram of calcium carbonate, so how many moles will be present in 100 gram of calcium carbonate? 100 gram of calcium carbonate. Calcium carbonate is nothing but CaCO3. If it is given 100 gram, so it will contain given weight upon molar mass. What is the molar mass of? Yes, that will be 1 mole. Great. You are getting it right. How many molecules of How many molecules of calcium carbonate will be present in 100 gram of calcium carbonate? How many molecules? Na. Great, great. Because it is 1 mole, so number of particles will be Na. Okay, so we will meet in next class and we will try to explore, or we will try to understand this concept with many other examples. So do not miss tomorrow's class. It is going to be very beneficial and very important for all of you guys. Thank you so much. We have just started some good things, some important things. Mole calculation, a very important calculation. Okay, so be present in tomorrow's class, and we will be solving some good examples tomorrow. Thank you so much, sir. How the movement of electrons means like it, but it can move in waves also. You do not worry. We will be studying it in atomic structure. We are studying mole concept, and you are studying about something else. Okay, focus here only. We will study that in atomic structure, beta. Okay, or you can ask me personally on Telegram. I will tell you. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys.